What's up everyone, Brandon with Strict Vision Athletics. So today, this video is for tricep extension. Now, I'm going to show y'all my 3 favorite pieces of cable attachment that I use for tricep extension and why I like them so much. So, first one we're going to talk about. This is the muscle mace. Yes, actually technically speaking, this is 2 muscle maces attached to the same carabiner that can also attach to the rack. Now, why do I like this? I love this for one simple reason. This is a tricep extension hypertrophy killer. This typically makes its way into the end of my tricep workouts, or I should say arm day, because I do triceps and biceps typically together in a push-pull method. So when it comes to tricep extension, the muscle mace is almost always at the end, just because it is an absolute burner that just destroys your triceps in a way that is probably best suited for the end. So what's incredible about this is that I can move my hands up the chain. I like to call it the chain of command. I go from the bottom to the center to the top, and I will do that for a certain set of repetitions per set. So I'll go 6, usually I'll go 6, 7, 8, or 6, 6, 6, or 6, 5, 4. I'll either pyramid up, down, or the same. But either way, you do this enough, you will notice the difference. Now, whenever I post this, everybody gets kind of touchy. They're like, why even use that at all? Why not just use a rope? What's the difference in this? When I do it at the bottom of these, I'm just going to say it, when I grab the bottom balls and I spread them apart, I'm able to get a wider range of motion at the bottom and a bigger contraction. It's hard to explain this if you can't try it. When I go to the center, that little spread is a little bit less, and when I go to the top, even less. It's harder to spread the chain apart the higher I go up the chain. That's the only way that I can explain it to you guys with words. And again, I'm sorry I can't do a better job explaining that. It really is one of those pieces of equipment where when you try it, you understand what it's meant for. But explaining it on camera is it's kind of clumsy. It's not the best way. But regardless, take my word for it, this is an outstanding attachment for triceps. So this is tricep extension attachment number 1. Tricep extension attachment number 2 are the rotating track handles. They are incredible. They move in 360 degrees of motion. They spin around, they go up and down, and you will notice that when I do tricep extension here, what I typically target with the track handles is a supinate tricep extension. So that's my favorite. What I'll do is I'll keep my palms up, and again, because this can move in such an incredible range of motion, it's very comfortable on your wrists. Sometimes if I use a standard strap, you just don't get that same kind of flexibility, especially with this, because this is on a track handles. It makes it a lot easier when I do the tricep extension for it to just kind of find that nice middle ground to where it feels comfortable. My wrist doesn't feel any strain or any difficulty, and I can concentrate on the contraction at the bottom of each rep. So I love these. Typically I'll do these single arm unilaterally, but sometimes I'll hook them both up and I'll just do them right here. Track handle, track handle. It's just up to me and how I feel during the workout. And sometimes I like to just do one. I might as well hit the left side just to make it even. Do one arm at a time and just really concentrate. And sometimes I like to do them both. But regardless, track handles, also a personal favorite of mine. Enter the spreader bar by Prime Fitness. The spreader bar is another really efficient tricep extension attachment that I love using in my workouts. My favorite thing about this has got to be the grip. Now, the muscle mace also has a good grip, but it's good for a different reason. The muscle mace is difficult to hold on to. It's a spherical object. You got to chalk your hands up real good. You got to grab on. So the weight for the muscle mace will be significantly less than for the spreader bar. For the spreader bar, I could really jack the weight up. I could do a high volume set with this because my hands don't really have to work quite as much. I'll sort of turn here so you all can see what it does. It's the same kind of motion as the muscle mace in that I can come to the bottom, spread it apart, and come back up. The only difference is when I go high volume, I'm not moving my way up the chain. It's the same amount of difficulty to spread it apart each time I do a rep. So that being said, this is this is definitely the tricep cable attachment that I go the heaviest with when I do tricep extension. So for those of you guys who just want to extend the stack, you want to throw the whole thing up, use the spreader bar. I also love it. Prime Fitness does an amazing job with their attachments. They've got a wide array of different weird moving pieces that all provide something really special. And this thing is really good for a lot of other things. Face pulls, you can do some bent over rows with it. But my personal favorite is tricep extension. I love the spreader bar. Hopefully this gives you guys some new ideas on what to do with your workouts. Have fun, get those triceps going.